I've been in Hong Kong for the last 10 days, but it only took me 5 minutes of being here to say, this place is tight. In fact, it's maybe the most claustrophobic city on planet Earth. A place where people's homes are so small they're referred to as coffins, and a place where skyscrapers are so tall they don't only block out the light, they literally touch the clouds. So why is Hong Kong so packed? Well, first of all, it's home to like 7.5 million people. Secondly, it's an island, and a mountainous one at that. And third, it's an amazing place to be. In all my travels, Hong Kong is one of the most interesting cities I've visited, and it's a total paradox. It's a place where chaos collides with calm, where Europe meets Asia, and a place where concrete jungles are literally built around an actual jungle. Hate it or love it, this is one of the most fascinating cities of our planet. Don't be deceived by the busy streets and the worn-down buildings. There's so much more than meets the eye in this towering city. Hong Kong's story is layered and complex, with politics, with history, and with a lot of emotion. And today, I want to focus on the side that's often overlooked. The people, the beauty, and the day-to-day rhythm of this incredibly unique city. After 10 days exploring its highs, its lows, and traveling her solo, well, kinda, I can honestly say Hong Kong might just be your next trip. Let me show you why. This is Hong Kong, and it's split in two. In green is Hong Kong Island, where you find most of the tall office buildings, the famous mountains including Victoria Peak, and what I would say is the more modern side of the city. I'll bring you back to Hong Kong Island in a little bit, but for now, we have a ferry to catch. A $1 and a 5-minute crossing later, and we've arrived on the mainland side. It's a great shirt. Cool. Now every now and then I'll be walking around and I'll see a vendor, a shop with a big long line. But this one didn't just catch my attention because of the line. What got my attention was the smell. I smell delicious fresh waffles being made right here. I'm gonna have to get some cash. Okay. Woo. Wow, this is crazy looking. Thank you. Wow. What is it called? What's the name of the name? Okay, perfect. Some things about solo travel are a little inconvenient. Spend a lot more time in your own thoughts, but I kind of dig it. Meeting new people, trying waffles. I can tell where I'm at now. This feels like the local side, like the true local side. I don't know if I'd call it the real Hong Kong, but you get the stereotypical Hong Kong, the one you pictured. What was your name? Leon. Leon, thank you so much.
And you?
I'm Christian.
Christian?
Yeah, so Leon's gonna show me a little secret spot here.
Here.
This is the spot. Despite the language barrier, the interactions and the kindness can easily be felt here. I really feel super welcomed in this city. Thank you very much, bro. Hello! Hello! Okay, hi! Looks like I've been matched up with a friend. I feel like I fit in with the Islamic food more than ever before. I'm starting to get like a nice Saudi beard here, guys. What do you think? Leave a comment down below if I keep growing it. This meal, it's as promised. It's so good. Now, the one item I was told to try is this. What is it? Pork? That's what it is. Didn't know it was gonna explode. If this is Islamic food, it tastes more like a fusion of Chinese with Islamic. Like, that tasted like almost like a dim sum, full of beef, thick bread. Honestly, as amazing as the food is, the best thing has been the company. Guys, this is Bao. Bao is 76 years old, and like me, he used to be an accountant. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I got really lucky. I got to meet you for dinner. Yeah, this is a lucky.
It's my bro.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, man. When you're solo traveling, you get to see things that you wouldn't have in a group. So I'm counting my blessings on this one. Really awesome. I'm putting you away for now. Just a short cab ride away is the famous Kowloon Temple Street night market. And like much of Hong Kong, it's crowded and colorful. It's okay if I touch puppy? Hello! Puppy. Wait, they didn't subscribe? Alright, Xiaomi, I'll catch you later. Before I head back over to Central, the other side of the water. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It looks like a sci-fi movie right now. This is insane. I've gotten here just before 8 o'clock because at 8 o'clock begins the Wild light show. Happens every single night here in Hong Kong. This city is something out of a movie. Blade Runner, to be exact. If you don't make the 8 p.m. light show, don't stress it. Looks just as amazing even when the light show's over. Later that night, I took the subway into Mong Kok, and it brought me to one of the most photographed spots in all of Hong Kong. But something had changed since my last visit here in 2018. I have some bad news. So I came to Hong Kong in 2018, and it was very famous for what you see here. LED street signs, late night kind of red glow. Apparently they have removed a lot of the LED lights. I don't know why. It seems like it was such a cool thing for the city, but there's still some left, and they look absolutely incredible. Right now I'm in Mong Kok, and here you can really feel the Chinese culture from not just the LED signs, but also the food. There's a lot of amazing food in this area. It's super built up with tall buildings. Maybe not the tallest in Hong Kong, but you still got everywhere you go, there's a lot of buildings sprawled. Joey here is actually a YouTuber. I found him here shooting the exact same place I was. So I came to Hong Kong in 2018, and I remember there being LED signs everywhere.
Everywhere before.
Where did they go?
Some kind of like environmental friendly regulation. But at the meantime, there is one museum called the _. They put those sign pull down. They put it in the museum because we have lots of memories.
Yeah.
And there's really some kind of artists. They really handmade this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they cannot be manufacturing in a factory, etc. They all handmade.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm not gonna tell you they're all gone. I mean, look, there are still some, but one of my fondest memories of Hong Kong was those massive LEDs hanging over the streets. We salute you, Fallen Lights. One thing travelers will universally agree on is Hong Kong is a world-class food scene. You have world-class dishes here. And if I can give you advice, it's to eat at restaurants where you have a really hard time understanding the menu and where you have no clue what's being brought to the table.
So neither of us actually speak Chinese, and we're at a Chinese dim sum restaurant.
This meal was wild, and you better believe it was one of my bests of the trip. I barely know what I ate. But instead of just playing guessing games my entire time in Hong Kong, I wanted to experience the best of it, so I met up with a Hong Konger. This is Shane.
This is Lan Bon Yun, and it's famous for their milk tea that they make with, I think it's called like a sock. There's a bit more.
Well, that sounds great.
There's a bit more of an elegant name to it, but
I think so. I hope so. Is that one the milk tea?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Milk tea.
I'm gonna try this out.
Two people.
Exactly as described. A nice feeling of a tea before bed, but with like a latte infusion. It's just really, really creamy.
This one is the French toast.
French toast.
French toast. And then this one is pineapple bun with butter.
Now, I don't know what you think about when you think of like Chinese or Hong Kong, but this is not at all what I would have thought of. It's like a dessert bread. Very like sweet and crunchy with a delicious buttery interior. That's amazing.
Now I'm gonna take you to Bakehouse to get egg tarts. Ta-da! So this is a sourdough egg tart.
Okay.
And it looks like this.
It's like I'm back in Lisbon. So good. Everywhere you look in downtown Hong Kong, you can feel the old British presence. And kind of interesting, Shane, you said this isn't just a museum today. Back in the day, it was a
prison. Say this happily, but it was a prison.
So it's a completely free museum here. You can see where the British used to lock people up. And the sad truth is, this is probably better off than some people are nowadays. A bit more spacious at least. Do I get to try the tram?
Yeah. You have to sit on the top deck for the best view.
I mean, that's gotta be British. Is that British?
I think so.
This thing is one step away from an old locomotive. I mean, you can see the old pressure gauges, the old wheel. Let's go upstairs. I ran out of credit on my octopus card, and apparently in Cantonese the driver's like, "You terrible tourist." I guess I deserve it. All right. Thank you. They have shark fin.
Fake shark fin.
Is that common to find in Hong Kong? Yeah.
Fake shark fin.
Oh, fake shark fin.
So it's not real.
It's not? What is it?
It's like mushroom.
Mushroom?
Mushroom.
It's $600. It's gotta be real.
Because it used to be real,
Yeah.
but obviously because of environmental reasons, like, you know, it's not very ethical.
Right.
So now they've changed it to like other replacements, but it tastes the same.
It's real. Okay. Well, you just need to know where to look, I guess.
So what we have to do, wow, it's heavy. So what we have to do is we have to clean and we have to sanitize the utensils.
So you're using the tea to clean your own cup?
Yeah.
Oh. So you do this everywhere you eat?
No, it's usually just places where they provide this bowl.
Yeah.
And not gonna lie, it's not actually necessary because all this stuff is clean.
Okay.
It's just that it's one of those ritual things.
Ah.
Like they used to do it back in the day, and we still do it now.
Inside too?
Yep. Ta-da!
We're ready for shark fin soup.
You have to pour this in here.
Oh, disposal. Yeah, that's right. This is one of my favorite Chinese dishes. I won't say I know a ton, but it's like a sweet barbecued pork. Wow. Now, by the end of watching this, you're probably planning a trip to Hong Kong, or maybe one of the other 100 countries I've documented on YouTube. But regardless, wherever you choose to travel next, you need one tool, and that is Surfshark. Surfshark is the sponsor of today's video and an absolutely incredible VPN. And as a traveler, I gotta say, it kinda sucks that we're stuck connecting to a lot of Wi-Fi networks that we can't trust. You never know who set up that Wi-Fi network or who has infiltrated it. But with a VPN, you have a full extra added layer of protection that keeps your information and your data safe. Now, one of my favorite features as a traveler is that no matter where I go, I can always stream my favorite shows using Surfshark simply by changing my location. If you sign up today, you're gonna get an extra 4 months on your Surfshark membership. So if you wanna use the link down below, it will automatically apply the coupon code LeBlanc and enjoy your streaming, enjoy your travels. And thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. The energy of Hong Kong can be a lot, and sometimes you do need to escape. Fortunately though, the city has everything you need just in its backyard, and it's really not far. All you have to do is follow these escalators. Yeah, there's like a ton of them. The world's longest outdoor escalator. I mean, if you were on the fence about Hong Kong, I don't think you are anymore. This is Jer and Nick, and we met in a Bali coffee shop just a few weeks before, and one coffee led to a crazy mission to build a hardware product from scratch in 90 days. And that product is almost ready. Meet Solo. It's a magnetic phone stand and a removable LCD screen so that you can finally see what the heck is going on back here. This Hong Kong trip was inspired by spending more time with them, visiting our factory partners in mainland China, and knocking out our final plans for the big upcoming launch. But we still have a few steps to go. Yes, the pun was definitely intended. And you gotta be very respectful of the left lane, something I'm clearly not doing well. The passing lane. It is a lazy man's way to get through a very hilly city, and this thing basically goes through the whole city.
This escalator becomes like practically a super highway for people who live up in the mid-levels and like further up the hill.
Huh.
Like this is a daily part of life, twice a day, going up, going down. We're gonna be on these for a while. So much. We're like halfway.
We're halfway.
Oh yeah.
We've still got many more to go. I assumed we were taking this to get a taxi somewhere. This
No.
goes all the way to the peak.
Yeah, we're gonna hike all the way.
Now I have to walk like a peasant.
Yeah.
Now where the escalators end, the jungle begins, and so does the sweat. What surprises me about Hong Kong is that even though it has such a city feel, you actually still get these little pieces that remind you you're in Asia. You've got this massive concrete jungle side by side with an actual jungle. Like, there are parts of the city where you can still see this forest and this jungle that used to be here. So the escalators are no longer, and we begin an amazing hike to the top of Victoria Peak. Hong Kong is hot and humid mostly all of the year, so this hike is a pretty darn good workout. The final steps bring you to the top of Victoria Peak, and most of all, they give you the world-famous Hong Kong view. This city might feel claustrophobic from below, but up here, you feel free. And yes, this is the place to catch a sunset, as I found out the very next night. Actually, look at the city. It's very untraditional. Instead of grids and straight lines, you have this very organic shape. It's like caressing this mountain. And as we took all those escalators up and up and up and up, and then walked, as you can see, up and up, you're brought to peace, to quiet. And so it's such a contrast from what's all down below. Sounds of buses and pedestrians and air conditioning units, to all of a sudden birds, and a feeling of being in the jungle. But this is only one of the escapes. There's a completely other side that I'm gonna take you to a little bit later this week. Good morning. So, right now I am staying in Lan Kwai Fong, and one of the things that I've enjoyed a lot of my, I think it's been 4 days in Hong Kong so far, is that I wake up. Now let me just show you. But first, coffee. Professional grade coffee. Formidable cappuccino, and I never say formidable. See you later. Yeah. Thank you. I used to live in Bangkok, and for me that was one of the most exhilarating chapters of my life. Being in the big city, the energy, all of the smells, the colors, it brings the senses to life. But the crazy thing about Hong Kong that Bangkok does not have as well set up is escapes. And let me show you what we've got today.
Of a creator. I always look like I'm going on a field trip. Woohoo! One more.
Morning.
Morning.
So Jared was telling me that there's very few places on the planet where they can serve competition grade pours. And he says this is one of them. Now I don't normally spend 120 Hong Kong, that's what?
15 US dollars, bro?
Yeah, I don't normally spend 15 US dollars on a coffee, but when in Hong Kong, try out the top of the line hand pour. And so why this place?
Just love their coffee here. The baristas are all super nice, super friendly. One of them in particular competes, and I think some of the other baristas are working on competing. So when baristas compete, it's usually just shows that like dedication to the care and the craft, and like they're practicing their skills behind bar, and you get to drink it. We're starting with aroma, and then flavor, aftertaste, acidity, sweetness.
All right, here I go.
Water first. Yeah, so I recommend starting with the water.
You smell it first? Give it the old sniffer.
Oh, it smells great.
I think by far my weakest sense is my smell. I've never had a good sense of smell.
So when you drink it, just try to slurp it to sort of aspirate the
slurp it
across. Yeah. Like,
okay. Tastes like lemongrass.
Yeah, that's a good one. No, I definitely get really good flavor call on this.
I'm ready for regionals. Caffeine check, we're ready to leave the city. So just a 30-minute drive from Hong Kong, and we're like on a reservoir. There's these beautiful lakes, mountains. I mean, it feels like you're an hour or two away from the city, but we're basically just barely outside. A 30-minute cab ride later, and we arrived here. Hey.
Number 2.
I thought this was supposed to be a relaxing beach day. Not exactly. I went from a chaotic city to a chaotic beach.
Hey, let's go.
Chaos everywhere. After a pretty excruciating 60-minute warm-up, we lined up the boats, locked eyes with our opponents, and go. A little slow, guys. With my first race and my first win under my belt, it was time to retire, so I can now claim myself undefeated. The energy of Hong Kong is a lot, and that's why it's so incredible. They have so many natural escapes, and they're never too far away. Hong Kong isn't just one of the densest cities in the world, it's also one of the most expensive. And the prices of property have led to some of the most extreme living conditions. To see it firsthand, we need to leave Central and go where the average local lives.
And I'll be honest, this is a really challenging thing to share. But before we can head up there, I need you to see what's just right over here.
These coffin homes are all around the city, from Sanu Po to Mong Kok, and even one of the most famous Instagram spots in Hong Kong, the Monster Building.
Right behind me there are advertisements for local flats and apartment buildings in this here neighborhood. It's a building that pretty much is gonna look like this. Beaten, worn, and most likely without an elevator. I want you to imagine carrying your groceries every single day up 10 flights of stairs. Notice the highlight shots that they're showing you here. The bathroom, an incredibly tight corridor, and a house that you can imagine is barely a one-bedder. That house is over $500,000. And in Hong Kong, the average salary is only 20,000 Hong Kong per month. So I want to show you what becomes people's reality. And where I'm about to show you is how some of Hong Kong's poorest are able just to get by, if you can even call it that. So it's a 10 square meter space, so it's smaller than some parking lots, and I can give you a very quick home tour. I want you to put a number in your head. What do you think it would cost to rent this on a monthly basis? A space where if you're tall enough, you have to duck on your way in, where your bed frame is quite literally next to your toilet, where your toilet is right underneath your shower, where you can't really cook because there's no space. Not only that, there's no ventilation. Truth of this is that this isn't cheap. To rent this coffin home on a monthly basis, a space like this would cost you 5,600 Hong Kong dollars. In a space where every square meter is an extreme luxury, people have to live in compromise. This, to most of us, this is gonna seem like a worst case scenario. But the truth is, this is actually still luxury living to some. Because in Hong Kong, there is what's known as the cage home. In a tiny little space, you can have up to 3 layers of cages, just like this one, stacked on top of each other. You have 0 privacy, 0 personal space, and the only way to get personal space is like this. You take your cage, you close it, and you lock it with a bike lock. With 15 other people in a small little dormitory, you better believe you don't know your every neighbor. You gotta lock your possessions, what little you do own, every time you leave. It's important to know, behind the glamour, the beauty of Hong Kong, is also another side that definitely needs to be seen too.
It never ceases to amaze me, the human's ability to adapt and to overcome hardships, challenges, and, in the case of Hong Kong, one of the world's highest costs per square meter.
But let me tell you, if you think this is tight living, this is nothing compared to where I'm going next. This right here is the world's densest city. It's known as the Kowloon Walled City, and it used to stand right here, which ironically today is actually a beautiful escape from the chaos of Hong Kong. But before it was taken down in 1993, you would find a population density almost 30 times greater than that of New York. Sounds pretty fascinating, but the reality is absolute chaos. This informal settlement wasn't technically part of Hong Kong. In the absence of a government to rule it, it ruled itself. Hong Kong's laws did not apply inside these walls. One of the true ruling forces over Kowloon Walled City were the Triads, a notorious gang that ran all sorts of things from drugs to prostitution inside these walls. The lucky ones in this city were those that lived on the outside of this complex, or any of those that could afford the center block. Everyone else, let's just say you were living in a vertical slum. You see, between these little tiny shafts, these gaps between these homes where just a little bit of sunlight would get through. This was also where people were known to basically throw their trash from their balconies all the way down to the bottom. If you could afford it, you probably didn't want to live on the ground floor. This right here is where the Kowloon Walled City used to stand, in this open green park. It may be hard to believe, but the residents were actually devastated by its destruction. The removal of Kowloon Walled City was the removal of 50,000 people's homes. I think it'd be truly magical to have seen the Kowloon walled city today. Good morning. It is the final day in Hong Kong, and it wouldn't be at least a tourist trip to Hong Kong without experiencing this. 10 days here, and this is pretty much the first day I've seen that. A little sunshine. It's literally like this.
Oh my god.
So this here is the tram back up to Victoria Peak. You can hike it as we did before. You can take the tram or you can take the taxi. If you want to sweat, you know which way to go. But I think this is my favorite way. This is a little nostalgic moment here. Right here, guys. My life as a traveler began in 2015, a school exchange to Thailand, and during that year we traveled the world all across Asia. This was basically one of our final stops here. I'd say a couple things have changed since then, but same old viewpoint, same view, just as incredible as it was 10 years ago. This feels like the heart of local Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Where are we?
We're now in Sanu Po.
Yeah.
And this is a very residential area. This one's a bit bunchy as well.
What is this?
It broke. A wife cake.
A wife cake.
And it doesn't actually mean anything.
Okay.
It just directly translates to wife cake.
Okay.
And inside it's winter melon. But it literally says there, winter melon.
Winter melon wife cake. So these are Hong Kong classics then.
And this is a phoenix roll with pork floss.
It sounds like someone went into like a name generator and then just came up with something. It's the most random name of all time. We're gonna start it off with the wife cake, with the winter melon. Winter melon.
Just peel it, please. Here. Can I do this?
Oh, I got this one though. Nicely done. Here we go. Oh, all right. Some local pigeon's gonna have a great day. Wow, it's good.
Yeah.
Wow. Pork floss, 10 out of 10. Wife cake, 4 out of 10. This is where we say bye.
Bye. Hope you enjoy.
If you guys want to see her amazing stuff in Hong Kong, that's her handle. Bye. So I have an update. It is the 10th day in Hong Kong or something like that. I was supposed to be here for like 4 days, but then I extended because I kept trying to get the visa to enter mainland, and I got rejected, and then last night I got rejected again. It's obviously not the outcome I hoped for. The most important thing was not actually getting to mainland, it was being here in this living room, spending time together, working through all the things that are left to work through. And for that, I'd say mission accomplished. Amazing freaking week plus together. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Excited about what we're building.
Yes.
See you soon.
Super excited. Yes. See you guys soon.
See you on Zoom.
10 days in Hong Kong is quite a long time. It's longer than most people would want to travel here, but it's too quick to fully experience what life is really like here. But if there's one thing I took away from these 10 days, it's that the city is so dynamic. It has everything you need in one place, and sometimes maybe even too much in one place. But I definitely grew to appreciate Hong Kong in totally new ways. And I can see why. People call this place home even when the going gets tough. Hong Kong, you're a special place, and I look forward to coming back again soon. Let's get lost again in the next one.